You know, the eternal God wanted to be our king. He wanted to be accepted by us and to rule over us for our good and the entire good, the good of the entire world rather. But we, the people, rejected the idea. We wanted nothing to do with God. And that's how our custom has been for thousands of years. It's the same today. We have made God in our top coat pocket, and that's where we want him. And we will tell him, I want, I need, give me now. In 1 Samuel 8:4, you know, Samuel is being told by the people that they want a king. Okay, and it starts in verse 4. And in verse 5 it says, make us a king to judge us like all the nations. So the nation of Israel, which we are, saying, we want a human king like all the nations around to judge us just like they do. What a stupid thing to say, isn't it? Didn't they look at all how the kings of the nations around them operated? And the thing displeased Samuel when they said, give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto the Lord. And the Lord said unto Samuel, 1 Samuel 8 verse 7, hearken unto the voice of the people in all that they say unto thee. God says, listen to them. Do it. We're going to do this one. They are going to learn a lesson. For they have not rejected you, but they have rejected me. That's what God telling Samuel. He said, don't get upset about it, Samuel. They're not rejecting you. It's me. Me. They have rejected me that I should not reign over them. So God says, yep, we're going to give them a king. But in God's infinite mercy and wisdom, you know what he did then? He said, but before we do this, I am going to give them chapter and verse on how this king is going to treat them. Now you think about your rulers and see if this principle doesn't apply to you wherever you are living. But is it not a fact that we are total slaves to the Babylonian system? Of course we are. How absolutely up-to-date what I'm going to read is all about. You know, the system is keeping us fearful and is actually literally killing us in every way. The air we breathe is poisoned by chemtrails, the water is poisoned, the food is poisoned. We have all kinds of electronic waves battering us. We have all kinds of preservatives and drugs and all sorts of things in our food. Our minds are messed. Our medications mess us up. Well, the Eternal gave us very clear warning what to expect from our kings. But you know, in spite of it, the people still wanted a king. Now, ask yourself, and if you're in Britain, what about the royal family? If you're in the States, what about your presidents? Are they big in horses? Doesn't the Queen visit the United States and goes down and looks at the horses? Even the royal family, even representing Britain in Olympics, and they have horses and all sorts of stuff. Isn't that right? Does the government not even tax that which we cannot afford? We are taxed beyond belief. Does the government not use our sons and our daughters to carry out their wishes, right or wrong? And often they won't let their children do it either. And some of them, as we know, are draft dodgers. Well, listen to this. I'm going to read you from 1 Samuel 8:9 right up to 18. And please pay close attention to this. Now therefore hearken unto their voice, howbeit yet protest solemnly unto them, and show them the manner of the king that shall reign over them. And Samuel told all the words of the Lord unto the people that asked of him a king. And he said, This will be the manner of the king that shall reign over you. He will take your sons and appoint them for himself, for his chariots, and to be his horsemen, and some shall run before his chariots. And he will appoint him captains over thousands, captains over 50s, and will set them to ear his ground, and to reap his harvest, and to make his instruments of war, and instruments of his chariots. Verse 13, And he will take your daughters to be his confectionaries, and to be cooks, and to be bakers. Everybody is working for them. And he will take your fields, and your vineyards, and your olive yards, even the best of them, and give them to his servants. They do not want private ownership. That's why we have a housing crisis. That's why people are losing their properties. 1 Samuel 8:15, And he will take the tenth of your seed and of your vineyards, and give to his officers and to his servants. Talking about tax. This is probably outside of tax. That's where your money goes. We were told in Rhema several years ago we should check up what the council does with our money. Well, in a sense we don't have to, because it tells us here. The tenth of the seed and of your vineyards he gives to his officers and to his servants. That's why they have these enormous pensions at our expense. And he will take your men servants and your maid servants and your goodliest young men and your asses and put them to his work. It is the brightest and best that work for the tax office, isn't it? Think about it. Think about it. He will take the tenth of your sheep, and ye shall be his servants. And 1 Samuel 8:18, And ye shall cry out in that day because of your king, which ye have chosen you. And the Lord will not repeat, and the Lord will not hear you in that day. We, the stiff-necked people, bluntly refused to listen to the Eternal then, and we refuse to listen to him now. Continuing on, 1 Samuel 8:19, Nevertheless the people refused to obey the voice of Samuel, and they said, Nay, but we will have a king over us.